Okay. There we go. There we go. All right, there we go. Damn, that took forever. Okay. That took a bit. Okay, I think that's good. We should be live. Yeah, we're live. All right, so, yeah, my fault. I don't know what happened. I tried to open that stream up like 6 times, and then I kept disconnecting the stream. I'm like, the hell? It's a Monday morning. The hell? Anyways, yo, good morning. So yeah, this is painful for a lot of people. Let's talk about Bitcoin first. I'll go ahead Ethereum. It's not gonna be a long live stream. I just want to give the market overview and of course yada yada. Before we start though, can you guys hear me loud and clear? If you can hear me, just say yes, please. And then we can go ahead and start. I think we should be good in terms of volume though. Everything should be okay. Yep. Thanks, Dayona. You're the best. All right. So looking at Bitcoin and exactly what happened. So let's do a little weekend recap. So on the weekend, we actually did enter a long position on Bitcoin into the 63.9 resistance level. That, of course, was the exponential moving average. We entered that zone. I told you guys to lock in those profits. Then, of course, Sunday morning or Sunday night, we saw a huge dump opportunity. I told you guys the last late night Sunday update was the fact that if Bitcoin does end up breaking below this wick low right here, that is actually a shorting opportunity. And you can see that we did end up breaking the wick low and we are now seeing that same continuation towards the downside. The first major support level that we have to pay attention to is going to be at 61.5. Looking at Bitcoin structure as of right now, you will notice there was quite a bit of confluence within the zone. But to me, this really is pretty scary. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like right now, you can see that bulls had an opportunity to try to reclaim back above 63.9 and use it as support for a situation like this. Instead, we actually see a breakdown formation, and now the more times this support level is tested here, the higher chances of us actually losing 59k, and we are heading towards that 52k zone. 52k, of course, is very important. Looking at previous price analysis, you will notice that this level, of course, was acting as a very strong resistance. When it broke above, this never really retested as support, so there's a ton of liquidity that is going to be trapped within this range. It's not all over yet, so don't start panic closing everything, right? We are still in this consolidation zone. This is only for, of course, the fact that if we end up losing the 59k support, I would imagine that these two support levels here at 61.5 as well as 60.7 should act as a decent midterm support. You can see from previous price analysis as well, they did act decently in terms of that level. And of course, even with our exponential moving averages right now, we need to see the bulls actually break back above. We are in this indecisive mode as of right now with this Doge, so I'm not really looking concerned as of right now. We are still looking for that continuation, of course, but this all depends on how this candlestick rather closes, as well as maybe even the daily, how that closes. Daily right now, yeah, things look brutal, right? You can see that we are actually seeing a massive breakdown formation on Bitcoin with the EMAs now acting as resistance. Daily does not look good. It does not look by any means. We pretty much have had, 4 consecutive days of red. We need to see some sort of bullish pressure come into the market here. Of course, the more times these levels are tested, then yes, we are going to be looking for that play. In terms of Ethereum, it's pretty chop city here, right? So we're still trading in between our exponential moving averages. This is the same manipulation that happened over on Saturday morning. We did end up taking that long position into 3200. We played that trade very well. I was actually expecting a longer continuation, something like this, into the $3,400 region. And because of the fact that 3275 was acting as a support, does that mean that it's over completely? Not necessarily. We still have our wick low at 3067, which I'll go ahead and draw for you guys here. 3067 should end up holding. If that level, of course, breaks, then yes, that would change things for Ethereum. But as of right now, same sort of consolidation zone, sideways price action, nothing really of a concern for us. I told you guys this a lot of times. You guys got to understand this, that right now Bitcoin is in one of those consolidation zones. And when you are in a consolidation zone, mostly for how long we've been in this zone, you can see that since the 14th of April, about 2 weeks now, we've been pretty much in the same sort of price range for 2 weeks. We've been up and down, up and down, up and down. When times like this happen, you don't necessarily want to be going too deep into your thoughts trying to figure out, oh my god, is this going to break to 52, or is this going to be an all-time high? Like, you're better off, like I said, just waiting for these levels to play out, and then of course entering on these positions accordingly. What I mean by that is if we end up losing hitting the 59k level, go ahead and short. That's a very free short opportunity down to 52. If we end up breaking above 68.8, go ahead and enter a swing long back into all-time highs. That's literally it. Everything else in between is going to be acting as a midterm support level or a midterm resistance level, and those are just scalping opportunities in between. That's pretty much how I trade, at least. The rest is up to you guys, how you guys want to trade. But when it comes down to spot positions, I keep getting this question a lot. It's like, oh, like for example, on Doge, right? I made the Doge video and I said, look, I wouldn't be a buyer on Doge in this random midterm support level. The reason for that is because of the fact that we really don't have anything to go off here. This price action right here, this is a midterm support level. We're not seeing any sort of bullish pressure, right? Where instead this is looking extremely bearish because of the fact that you will notice that the EMAs are completely switched to resistance. We're now bouncing on a level that we've seen been hit multiple times and failed to hold. The last time this level broke, you can see we cascaded into 0.124, and of course our main support level of 0.11 remains. That would be the main zone where I would personally be looking for a buyer. I do think that if this level structure breaks once again, then yes, we definitely will be heading into the lows of 0.11, which of course is going to be a very strong midterm, or rather a weekly support level. That would be the zone where I would be looking on Doge to be entering these positions. But right now, like I said, right, these are it's not all doom and gloom. So I really want to point that out because I know a lot of you guys are panicking and you're like, Pingu, should I close? Should I close? Should I hold? Should I hold? Look, all you really need to do right now is just to let the chop play. It's going to be an emotional ride in between these zones, and I tell you guys this all the time. Like for example, on Ethereum, right? Look at Ethereum. On Ethereum, we had the doom and gloom at 3067. We can happen in one 4-hour candlestick. We were so back, right? We saw all the way up to 3300, and you were caught out, and now we're seeing that same corrective move. This is what I say by consolidation zones, is they're very tricky to play, and your best bet is usually just holding on to your spot positions and letting the consolidation play out. Reason for that is if the market does end up recovering, your altcoins will see some massive rallies immediately. But of course, if you have a mental stop in your head or a mental midterm support level and you see that level break, then yes, exit your positions and get ready for more pain. That's pretty much how I'm trading this as well. I have my meme coin portfolio. I'm just kind of chilling with it. I'm not really like, you know, panicking or whatever, because I think I'm down like what, 10 G's, I think. At one point I was up 100 grand, and that's just how meme coins are, right? They fluctuate so much, but that's pretty much, they're pretty much, my meme, like Noob Cat, like is the one I'm talking about. It's just literally sideways action. Like there's nothing really happening for me to be panicking or whatever. Like it's literally just sideways. And even with this market dump, you kind of start seeing a little bit more strength in the in those kind of coins, like Popcat, Noob Cat, whatever. All of those coins, like here, I'll actually show you guys so you guys can see. But looking at, let's go ahead first with Popcat, right? So our Popcat trade was absolutely massive. Like it was such a monster trade. We had our main entry at Popcat at 0.11. You can see market structure ended up breaking. We had a pretty much same sort of sideways action. Super boring on Popcat, right? We were hovering in between the 0.17 to 0.08 region for multiple months. Then we saw the breakout structure as soon as the market recovered. Now looking at Popcat, you will notice that we are trading into the 40-cent region. This to me is a consolidation zone. I would still be expecting another leg opportunity if the market gives any sort of green indication. But you will notice that although Bitcoin and Ethereum are dumping, Solana dumping, Popcat is holding extremely well. These are some of the benefits, of course, of meme coins. But of course, if the market does end up seeing a nuke factor, I don't think Popcat would be the only. I don't think Popcat would be changing in terms of nuke factors. I think it also comes down, and the reason for that, of course, is the fact that it is on Bybit and leverage trading, yada yada yada. So, looking at the second one, which is Noob Cat, this is the one that I'm in. I like this one as a cat coin as well. That's just, you know, I literally, that the same thing I saw in Popcat, Noob Cat is, you know, it's a cat coin. Like I'm not telling you guys that this is the next Bitcoin, yada yada yada. I'm literally just doing this just, you know, just because I know that meme coins, when they do recover, they recover extremely well. Now in terms of Noob Cat, if you look at it, this is a huge sideways action. And me personally, I like buying on stuff like this, right? Like you're seeing the market dump right now, but you're seeing Noob Cat just kind of go sideways as well. Nothing really crazy, no dips, nothing like that. So I'm not really panicking. You understand what I'm saying in terms of market structures. Like, I feel like the people that are in the panic situations are the ones that bought into 68, 69, 70K, and now they're seeing this market dip. And unfortunately for those people, it's about to get a lot worse if we end up losing these midterm support levels, right? So that's why I tell you guys, like, look, if you want to go ahead and intraday trade your trades, you want to go ahead and, you know, buy high, sell low, or sell low, whatever you want to do, like, you can do that. But when it comes down to long-term positions, you're better off just holding those long-term positions. And I can give you guys perfect examples of that. For example, looking at Doge on the 4-hour time frames, you can see that the original long-term position on Doge was around 0.05, which was in October. In October of since then, you will notice that we never really saw that range once again, right? We never really came back to this range right here. This was a consolidation zone. Same thing like Noobcat, a little bit in terms of sideways action. Doge was just in a larger sideways action trade. We saw the breakout trade opportunity, and since then, now we are just in a larger sideways action, just the price is a lot higher. So you can see, same sort of sideways action, price is just higher. If the next leg up opportunity comes like this, then you're going to see the same thing, right? You're going to see the next sideways action and then upward. So that's what I mean by spot positions. A lot of you guys panic your spot positions. You're like, oh my God, Pingu, I need to close. Tell me what to do. And that's where I tell you guys, look, if it's a long-term position, just end up holding long-term, because I promise you guys, when you guys are looking at it from this perspective, maybe a year from now when Doge is trading at $1, $1.20, $1.30, you're going to regret the fact that you sold at 0.14 to try to buy at 0.12 or even at 0.11, just over 3 cents. Like, in hindsight, like, that's kind of dumb, don't you think? Like, you're fighting over 3 cents when you know long term this is one of those coins that will end up hitting $1 sooner or later. And when you think about it like that, you're better off just holding, right? Like, if you don't, this is one of those things where I teach you guys, you always should always have some sort of stables left on your hand. You don't want to go full portfolio into the whole coin, unless of course you get a great entry, something down here, then you don't give a shit. But for someone, of course, that's looking to, you know, enter here, exit here, enter here, exit here, you're also taking the risks of the fact that the market, when it does recover, you might not get your entry again. And what I mean by that is, if Bitcoin does end up recovering, and again, I'm just giving you a hypothetical here. If Bitcoin right now, looking at the chart, you're like, oh, okay, look, it's coming back up. If Bitcoin does end up breaking back above 63.9 and seeing something like this, and then we hit all-time highs, and then all of a sudden you start seeing those parabolic runs on all of your meme or your general coins in general, then you're going to be like, man, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just held my positions. If I held my positions, I would have made X amount of money or X amount of money. That's why I tell you guys, look, when you are looking at it from this trade perspective, all you really need to do is just hold on to your positions. There's no reason for you guys to be flipping these sort of spot positions, unless, of course, you are looking for those, you know, leverage trading opportunities. Otherwise, don't bother. As well as on Bitcoin, right now, there's a possible W formation looking to be formed. Something like this would be ideal. So that's why I said, like, look, there's a lot of hypotheticals here on what could happen in terms of a bullish case scenario. The only time I would flip bearish as of right now is if we lose 59. It's going to be a market cascade if that happens. So just keep an eye on 59K, set your alerts. In terms of Ethereum, 2800, we lose that, we can enter 2700 for a spot position. But right now, there's more reasons to actually hold in this dip opportunity than there are reasons to actually sell in this dip opportunity. And what I mean by that is, you know, you have all your TikTok gurus right now calling for 30K, 40K. There's a lot of bearish sentiment in the market right now, which doesn't really make sense to me. Of course, during the war aspect of it, that was a little bit different. That was a little bit of outside news and, you know, quote unquote possible black swan events. Right now, those tensions have eased up a little bit, as well as the fact just in general in the market, you will see that we are just in a consolidation sideways action. There's no huge bearish moveset that has happened for us to be extremely bearish. And what I mean by that is that we haven't lost 59K. If, of course, that level does end up losing, then this would be the ideal situation. Something like that is what I'm expecting, at least when it comes down to if we lose structure, or of course something like this as of right now in terms of a W formation. So there's both possibilities, but everything right now is going to depend on this zone right here. So what do you do in this sort of situation? Well, literally nothing. That's the best thing you can do. I promise you guys, is literally just sit on your hands, don't touch your positions, and just let the market play out. Reason for that, of course, is because of the fact that this sideways action that is happening right now in this market, this sideways action is beneficial for you guys, and this is really going to test your emotions. Holding this sideways action is probably better than guessing if the market's going to drop, right? Because if you're wrong and the market doesn't drop and we see a recovery, you're going to wish you held. So that's my overall thought process on the market and where things are going. I know I have been lacking in terms of, you know, Telegram updates and trading updates and chart updates. And you know why? It's because nothing's happened. Like realistically, guys, I've been gone for I think what 2-3 weeks now, and we are in the same damn price action that I left it 2-3 weeks ago. There has nothing been changed that for me to be like, all right, guys, you know, this is it, whatever. Like realistically, that's why I've just been kind of chilling, right? There's no reason for me to start bombarding you guys with messages if there is no message to kind of point out. I just wanted to do this live session to give you guys a little bit better of an insight of where exactly I stand in the market. And right now, I'm pretty damn neutral. I'm in my spot positions. I haven't sold. I will not sell until the market shows its hand. And right now, the market is not showing its hand at all. Instead, we're just seeing the same EMA retest, the same bounce opportunities. Every little green candle we get, you see altcoins start recovering. Look at that, right? So you can see that immediately we start seeing buy pressure come into altcoins. That's a good indication of, you know, probably not best to close your positions out too early. So yeah, do you guys have any questions for me? Do you guys want to talk about anything in terms of charts or anything like that? But that's pretty much what we're going on. So yeah, there's like 26 of you in here. I know that's pretty good. I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty nice to see the fact that, you know, I did like a last minute live session and there's still enough of you guys that showed up, which is, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for coming. But yeah, like, do you guys want to talk about anything? It's just a quick live session. I just want to get my thoughts across. Like, I'm not trying to keep this very long, but yeah. So if you guys don't have anything, then I will disperse. But if you guys have a question, just shoot me on. You guys can hear me, right? Like, I see what's going on. I had trouble connecting. Should be okay. Should be okay. You should be connected now. Anyone? Anyone anything? Thank you, Dayana. I appreciate that. Yeah, so we're actually seeing a nice little rally on Bitcoin right now. Look at that. Most likely what will happen here, just for you, those of you that are watching, if you guys want to take a scalping position, you can actually take a scalp position into the EMA here. This is now the third wick test. So like that. So this is probably going to end up breaking into the EMA, and then probably the something like this probably will happen, or of course something like this, something like that would happen. So yeah, if you're looking for an EMA entry right now, I'd be probably looking for a long. Same thing with Ethereum here. I'd be looking for a long position into the EMAs. Like, this is just going to act as a magnet. So these will probably rally. Both Bitcoin and Ethereum will most likely rally. So if you guys want to take a long position, long it into the EMAs. Quick in and out trade, nothing crazy, just scalp, right? This is what I teach you guys all the time. If you're in consolidations, you're scalping. See, look, now Bitcoin's pumping. Here, we're listing here for you guys. Look at this. So we're about to break this is the third test now, right? So you see, we have the one test here. We got the second test here. And now we have the third test. And look what happens on the third test. We tend to see a breakout formation. Look at that. It's all live, right? So yeah, there you guys go. There's a nice scalp opportunity if you guys took it. Most likely your exit would be around the EMA, so about $250 more, so it's still not bad. Ethereum, same sort of situation, right? So we're seeing the third test, possibly third test into the EMA. It's not as clean as Bitcoin, but hey, it does the job. And this is why I teach you guys, like, look, this is live, right? So this is what's nice about these live sessions is you can see what I see, and what I see right now was a very nice scalping opportunity. This level will most likely act as a magnet in terms of the exponential moving average, and the reason for that is these algo bots will push it into that zone, and then you'll end up seeing take profits. So it'll probably be a very quick wick. You guys should be in profits if you guys did take the trade, but it'll be a very, very quick trade. But just this is what I'm saying. Like, these are very, very simple things to do. In and out of the trade, you're profiting, you're exiting, and then you're happy. So yeah, on Doge, we're looking for a break above EMA's confirmed retest. That's right, Peter. That's exactly what we're doing. How long are scalps? Well, I mean, to put it into perspective, that was like a 3-minute trade, not even 2-minute trade. Like, yeah, like a scalp position. The whole point of a scalp position is to be in and out of the market, right? So you're not trying to hold the scalp position for too long in case the trade reverses. You're literally just supposed to be in and out of the market. So if for example, you're up 3-5%, lock in those profits. 3 to 5% a day is unreal. Most traders barely do that a week, right? So that's what I'm saying with scalp positions. You want to be very, very cautious. Be quick, in and out, and then exit the trade, and then you can continue looking for another trade after. So that's the point of scalps. Mostly on consolidation zones, scalp positions play out extremely, extremely well. So hold on, I just want to get a timestamp. 18 minutes, 17 minutes. Okay, let me just remember 17 minutes. But yeah, that's around the level that I would be playing it. Just in and out of the market, exit the trade, and then once it hits the EMA, so you're about to see it hit the EMA right now, you are closing the trade right here, and right there, you're closing the trade now. Close your trades now if you guys are in this. So just for a level perspective, right? Again, we are not, look at that. We are not, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look. All right, so you guys get the point. Like, these trade opportunities, I teach you guys this because I want you guys to get better at these, is when you see the market do something like that, it will hit the level first and then it'll reject. Look at that level. Look at that level of rejection, right? Immediately rejected. So yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell, how to scalp. You see a third test breakout. So you see one wick here, you see a second wick here. Now this is the third wick. You know you're over leveraged from the exponential moving average. You know you're oversold on the RSI. You're looking for a quick scalp into the EMA and you are exiting on the EMA. You are not holding into the EMA because you're praying that now all of a sudden we break the EMA and hit the 20 EMA. That's gambling. You take what you get, and what you get is exactly on the EMA. You know that's going to happen. You exit the position and you move on with your life. Make sense? Everyone on the same page here? Can I get a yes in the chat if everyone understood that trade? Please tell me yes. If you don't, I will re-explain it all to you. Just put yes in the chat for all of you that are watching, just so I know that we understood that trade. I will go ahead and try to make a short video out of it, just so you guys have something as a reference. But okay, cool. Thanks. So ETH can be the same play as BTC. Yes, ETH can be the same play as BTC. Usually when Bitcoin rallies, Ethereum rallies as well. This is a little bit more of a risky side of things. And what I mean by that is you kind of want to just, at least for me, I do one trade at a time. I personally don't like doing multiple trades at a time. You can do multiple trades at a time. So if you wanted to, for example, you could enter a long on Ethereum as well. But for the sake of this live session, you guys entered a Bitcoin long and you profited, right? Everyone profited from that trade. You're happy. That's it. What more do you need? That's where the problem of overtrading comes from, is when you start chasing the second, third, fourth trade because you're like, okay, well, Bitcoin's pumping, so this has to pump and that has to pump. That is where you make mistakes, because now if Bitcoin rejects, right? Let's say Bitcoin rejects the 4-hour EMA and Ethereum is still lagging behind, and then you see something like this, you're going to be like, what the hell, man, right? So that's why I tell you guys, take what you get on the table and move on with your life. If you do see Ethereum slowly start to rally upwards, take a quick scalp position again. You can enter that quick trade in and out of the market. You're happy, you're good. But you don't have to force your hand. You don't have to force yourself into a trade if you don't want to. One at a time. So yeah, so let's see. Which EMA indicators are you using for TradingView? I actually have a full YouTube guide if anyone wants to find it and link it for him. But if you just search up Pingu charts indicators, you'll see it. It's a full guide. I know. I'm horrible. I am a horrible person. I gave you guys 2 episodes of the mentorship guide and then I just kind of dipped on you. It's been 2 months. I apologize. I'm busy. But yo, listen, once I move out, I promise you guys, this is my promise to you, okay? When I move out, and I'm done, all this moving shit, and I set up my process, whatever I need to do, I will do all 10 episodes together, like as in like the first 1 and 2 episodes are done, and then I will just do a full course. I won't even tell you guys. I'll just drop it. I'll just literally just give it to you and be like, here's all of the episodes for you, and we'll go from there. That way, you know, we're all on the same page. You guys don't have to bother me every week, and we can just kind of go from there. So yeah, we'll do that. That way, does that sound good with everyone? So we'll just do something like that. That'll be best case scenario, okay? So yeah, there goes Ethereum now. So there's Ethereum rallying. Very nice, very nice. I know I see your comments. I'll update in a second. My apologies. I'm just trying to go through the chat each time. So yeah, the 9 and 20 labyrinth is what I use for EMAs. I'm not sure if I answered you. My apologies there too. So Chainlink, there's Ethereum. So look at Ethereum, right? So now same thing, guys. Same sort of situation here. Ethereum long into the EMAs and then exit. But if you've already profited on the BTC, then don't take it, right? So now you're seeing Bitcoin break above the 9 EMA. So what's next after the 9 EMA? The 20 EMA. The 20 EMA would be the play. So what would you do in this sort of situation? Well, you know that the 20 EMA is about to be looking to hit for Bitcoin. Would I take a Bitcoin long or would I take an Ethereum long? Well, I would take an Ethereum long. Why? The Bitcoin is trading into the 9 EMA as of right now. Ethereum has not traded into the 9 or the 20. Very simple trade, in and out of the market. You exit and you enter. So Chainlink real quick, and then I'll start ending the stream because, you know, again, it's very early and I don't want to keep you guys too long here. So Chainlink is pretty much in some sideways action here. I'm not really expecting too much on Chainlink. We actually saw a major dump fest from $18 down to $11. $11 is the daily support level. That level should end up holding extremely well. If you're looking for a trading opportunity on Chainlink, I would first, of course, wait for the EMA break, retest the support, and then something like this would be the case. But right now, do not take any sort of trades on Chainlink because this is just sideways action. Same sort of situation, and volume is pretty much dead. You don't want to trade on low volume like this. This is pretty bad for Chainlink. You can see that there's literally no volume here. So I personally wouldn't be trading something like that. I would just be sitting on my hands and waiting for Chainlink to play out and see what it does after. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. Yeah, no light prints. No, not that one. Definitely not that one. Definitely not that one. You can go into meme coins. The meme coins that I tell you guys are the ones that I'm A, comfortable with, and B, like, you know, that have like I've done like a little bit of research on them to know that, you know, you guys are not going to lose everything in one night. The rest of them is up to you. I personally, like I said, that's pretty much what I look for is when I send something. Yes, Filecoin, same sort of situation. I am bullish on File, but again, we need proper break formation. Everything was noise until this 1137 breaks. Then yes, go ahead. File actually doesn't look bad it honestly doesn't look bad. It really doesn't look bad, to be honest, for like a spot position. Like, that's not horrible. Like there is a better level, of course, down here. That would be ideal, $3. But that really isn't a bad position on File at $5 for dollar cost averaging situations. No problem, guys. No problem. No problem. No problem. Okay, cool. I'm ending it here. I will tell my editor to get the 17 minutes so you guys can see that trade again at 17 minutes. So we have an education standpoint for a short for that. I think that was good content, at least for you guys as well. So I'm gonna end it there. I will talk to you guys again. Sorry for the late notice of this live session. I will keep you guys posted in the chat and then we can kind of go from there. So yeah, okay, peace out. See ya. Ta-ta.